Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, today I rise in support of this legislation and to share my concern about overreaching jurisdiction in the proposed rulemaking expanding the reach of the EPA and the Army Corps of Engineers. Now, I've spent the last 5 weeks talking to constituents in my district, meeting with landowners, discussing legislation with my Agriculture Advisory Committee, and talking to leaders from small communities and large cities alike. Again and again, I hear the same thing. Southern Illinoisans believe the Army Corps of Engineers and the EPA went too far rewriting the federal government's jurisdiction over waters of the United States. The federal government is claiming to have jurisdiction over small private property waterways. The biggest concerns voiced by constituents were over the new areas that would become waters of the U.S. Under the proposed rule, many ditches, small ponds, and low spots in fields could be considered within the purview of the federal government. Farmers and growers already protect their waters. They need it for livestock, orchards, soybean, and cornfields. Our nation's farmers are the first conservations of our time. Additionally, I'm further concerned about the lack of scientific analysis and economic outlook used to determine the scope of jurisdiction. Our farmers, our landowners, our communities, and our country's waterways deserve better planning than this. They deserve detailed studies and thoughtful execution. Our constituents sent us to Washington to keep their best interests in mind, not to pile on more red tape in a blanket fashion. I urge you to join me and take into consideration those who will be affected by the proposed expansion of the EPA and the Corps' power. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.